Onechanbara started with a simple concept, mixing sexy samurai with zombies in hack-and-slash combat. A concept so simple, it literally started in something called the Simple series, all the way back in 2004. In 2008, Onechanbara made the leap from game to movie, with Onechanbara the Movie. Okay, maybe not the most inspired title, but there's no mistaking what this is. We open with a zombie apocalypse. Things look bleak, but then freaking Aya busts in, donning her signature cowboy hat, bikini, and katana, slicing and dicing her way through the undead mob, turning them into bite-sized pieces. Holy crap, not since The Matrix has a movie come out swinging this hard. The Matrix can only dream. Even the terrible CGI blood and sparks only add to the awesomeness. We're soon introduced to Katsuji, Aya's trusted confidant.
I'm the brains of the operation.
You sure about that? And Riko, who forms a shaky alliance with Aya and Katsuji.
Well, this seems promising.
They need to stop the mad Dr. Sugita, who wants to bring the dead back. For reasons.
Is it to be born?
We learn about the tragic backstories of each character, with the loss of their loved ones in surprisingly heartbreaking ways. The action takes a backseat to the character backstories and dumps of exposition. Though there's a wildly out-of-place nude scene, so that's nice. Aya's driven by revenge. We learn her sister Saki killed their father when they were children. The movie isn't even 90 minutes long, but this middle bit feels like 2 hours. Thankfully, the undead return with some fan favorites, all building to a climactic confrontation with Dr. Sugita and his horde of zombies.
Enough talk. Let the research begin.
The fight scenes make up for any slow pacing. They are balls to the wall insanity, with Aya cutting through waves of ghouls while Katsuji takes on the evil doctor. And just when you think the scene is peaked, hell yeah. There's still one last loose end to tie up. Saki still lives. Somehow, this one-on-one fight is even more epic. How would that happen? No, seriously, how would you get that little cut in a sword fight? Aya defeats Saki, killing her sister and avenging her father, in a good versus evil triumph. Although we learned Saki was under control of the evil doctor, and even though Saki is evil in the first game, she turns good by the end. It's actually way more tragic that she dies instead of getting her redemption. Overall, this movie is better than I hoped for. The characters are straight up fan service, the action is incredible, and that outfit doesn't quit. The pacing stumbles where the movie awkwardly tries to add depth, but it's absolutely worth checking out for those fight scenes. While I'd argue the first movie tied up too many loose ends, it was followed up a year later with Onechanbara the Movie Vortex. This straight-to-DVD sequel just kind of retcons the first movie, opening with Saki very much alive. We then cut to the shower scene from Bikini Samurai Squad. Alright, I'm in. Wait, where's the water coming from? Is this even a shower? Aya wants some privacy. Oh man, now I need another shower. Next thing we know, Saki's fighting zombies from Cirque du Soleil. Glad you dressed up for the occasion. It doesn't matter where it's coming from, blood constantly splashes on the camera. Constantly. The fights, while still great, have taken a step down from the first movie, looking a little bit more like Power Rangers. Bet you didn't even realize I spliced in some Power Rangers footage. Is it cold in here to anyone? Something about seeing everyone dressed normally, except for the main characters, is hilarious to me. Aya and Saki are joined by Misery. The three decide to fight a little girl. Just then, Rico brings a gun to a knife fight. Oh, so Misery's bad? That's seriously the very next scene. Wait, Saki's bad too? Everyone got real temperamental real fast. Then Aya runs. As the group fractures and goes their separate ways, we get time to know each one. With the larger cast and the story unfolding more in real time instead of through flashbacks, the character development and world building in these sections felt more purposeful than in the first movie. And the pacing is way tighter throughout. Whether that's creeping through an abandoned building, feeling almost like a horror movie, or just straight up limb dismemberment. I think you have something on your face. She drinks her Capri Sun and gets powers. Aya and Saki meet once again, where we learn about her motivation to bring their parents back to life. So of course, they fight. Who invited these guys? The truth is revealed. Saki is a double agent and is then sent to get ripped apart by the Horde. We're then graced with an epic fight that lasts for the last third of the movie, with some of the most aggressive camera work I've ever seen. What's even happening? Okay, that sword though. The sisters reunite, and with the power of sisterly love... no. With the power of childlike innocence. No. With the power of blood? Goes Super Saiyan, turning the zombies to mist and defeating the powers of evil once and for all. And I wouldn't have wanted it any other way. With one last squirt of blood, they all live happily ever after. Or so we assume. It literally just ends there. Except for one last bit of walking. Overall, I liked the spectacle of the fights in the first movie more, but the story, pacing, and world building were better in the second one. Though I have to say, both movies are highly entertaining and are a total love letter for the fans. Objectively, they deserve their low review scores, but subjectively, they get a 90 out of 10. Now, Onechanbara wasn't limited to just movies in its quest to take over the world. In the same year, the manga Onechanbara Kurenai was also published. The story's more or less a retelling of the first movie, with the deranged Dr. Sugita resurrecting the dead, Saki in league with him, and Aya on a quest for vengeance, slicing her way through waves of zombies. There's not much more to say other than the artwork is fantastic, with a lot of detail and energy bursting from every page. The characters have never been more lovingly captured, and unless you read Japanese, all you'll be able to appreciate is the artwork. But I have to say, for fans, it's worth it. Since then, a few games in the Onechanbara universe have been released, but no other media has come out. It was fun to explore this strange time in the late 2000s, where Onechanbara exploded from the confines of the game discs to rise up amongst the greats in gaming. Now once it returned to a game disc, let's just say it didn't hold back.